This is the Storm Warning Show. Turn the radio up. Let's go. You're listening to the Storm Warning Show at BKS1radio.com. You're listening to the Storm Warning Show at BKS1radio.com. Turn the radio up. BKS1, BKS1, BKS1radio.com. Turn the radio up. BKS1, BKS1, BKS1radio.com. Turn the radio up. You're listening to the Storm Warning Show at BKS1radio.com. You're listening to the Storm Warning Show at BKS1radio.com. Turn the radio up. BKS1, BKS1, BKS1radio.com. Turn the radio up. BKS1, BKS1, BKS1radio.com. Turn the radio up.
Wyclef Jean, BKS1 Radio. Let's go.
This is Essence Atkins, and this is BKS1 Radio.
Hi, this is Melba Moore, and you're listening to BKS1 Radio.
Yo, check it out. What's the deal? This the chef. Giving a big shout out to my peoples. Big KS, you already know what it is. Salute.
What's up? It's your girl Monifa, and I'm hanging with BKS1 Radio.
Hi, I'm Iyanla Van Zandt, and you're listening to BKS1 Radio.
BKS Radio, baby.
Hey, this is Jasmine Guy for BKS1 Radio.
What's going on? This is Lamont Rooker, and this is BKS1 Radio.
Shout out to BKS1, the best kept damn secret in the business.
Hey, what's up? This is Raven Goodwin from BET's Being Mary Jane, and shout out to BKS1.
Hi, this is Leon. You're watching BKS1 Radio.
BKS1. God bless y'all. What's good? What's good? What's good?
What's good?
What's going on? You know you on the official Storm Warning Show. Salute, peace and blessings to everybody on the check-in. Shout out to everybody, man. Listen, shout out to everybody watching us live on BKS1 Radio TV. Wherever you are watching us at, this is the Storm Warning Show. I'm here with my partner tonight. Shout out to Hurricane Kiss. She couldn't get here from the city today. She couldn't get here from the boogie down Bronx today. But I got my other partner in the building, another BKS1 Radio host of the Making Me Matter show.
Yes,
we got my girl,
yes,
my peoples,
yes,
my family,
yes,
Tiffany Barker. What is good, mama?
Norm, it's good to see you. Good to still be here.
As always. You pulling double duty today.
What? Can you imagine?
You a soldier.
Today, but I'm rocking with the general. That's why. I got to be ready.
No doubt. Listen, man, shout out to everybody on the check-in, man. Let me just give some love real quick, man. Shout out to Denise Sparrow. Shout out to Rail. Shout out to Tori. Shout out to Elder Jason Hawk. Shout out to Suits, Trish, Antoinette Johnson, Melinda Brittle Hunter, Wilma Barfield. Everybody on the check-in, man. Salute, peace, and blessings. No matter what platform you're listening to us on, click that share button and share it out. Because we are about to talk about some things before we have our guests come up tonight, man. Always love it when I have guests that I consider family and everything. But yeah, tonight we're going to be talking to KIMA of the R&B group Total, the 90s R&B group Total, and everything. And, you know, that's fam to myself, BKS1 Radio. You know, we got history and everything like that. But she's doing some great things and everything. And also, I just, every now and then, I like to talk to my piece, man. You know what I'm saying? We never really disconnected. You know what I'm saying?
That's good.
Yeah.
But that's what happens when y'all fam. When you family once, you family.
Absolutely. Look, tonight, one of the things I want to discuss with y'all, right, is reinventing yourself. Reinventing yourself. Now, when I say reinventing yourself, what does that mean to you, Tiff?
Listen, when I think of reinventing yourself, I look at it as an internal thing. Because in order for everything to change on the outside, you got to start from the inside.
Ooh, facts.
So it's all about getting to a place where you recognize the truth of who you are, the truth of who you are not, and becoming what you should be. That's all I could think of.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So being honest with myself. Okay, can I give you an example?
Right.
Went to the gym. The scale lied to me, but in the same breath of its lie, it told me the truth. So the truth of the matter is, the reality is, Tiffany, be honest with yourself. You need to stop eating. Deal with the ugly truth about me, and what am I going to do about it so that I can live long and fulfill my purpose?
So how many of y'all out there listening have reinvented yourself? I know I have. And I think we constantly, as we grow and mature, we constantly reinvent ourselves.
Right.
Because I know me, think about it. Like even with this, what I'm doing right now, I started out as a young DJ.
Right.
I started out as a DJ. Then I went into being a rapper, making a record. Then I went into producing, production, and all of that. And then I just kept reinventing myself into different things. Then I went into this whole BKS1 radio host thing. You know what I'm saying? I just kept constantly reinventing myself. Then I became a content creator. And it's like constantly reinventing yourself. Event promoter, event producer, constantly reinventing myself. And at my age now, I'm still not going to stop.
But do you notice as you're reinventing yourself, everything that you're saying, you're going higher. Reinventing doesn't mean you just dress up over the stuff that you don't dress up where you are to look the same. You change the clothes, you change the garments, so that you can step higher. Right. Let me tell you something. It's no secret I love stilettos, right? I'm sure at some point, not that I can remember, but I'm sure at some point there was a time where I might have wore flats or a kitty heel. But as I started changing my garments, I can't wear flats or a kitty heel with everything. There's some things you got to step up with and put on that stiletto.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So as I'm listening to you, you started here, which is still not a low place. Right. But you just kept going higher. Reinventing is also like resetting your life to go higher.
And you know what? It's funny, and this is why I tell people, if you got something you want to do, if you got a goal, if you got some dreams that you want to fulfill, whatever, and something doesn't pan out, that's because it's probably not meant to be. But then you start doing something totally different than what you set out to do, and you start becoming great at it and good at it. That's reinventing yourself.
Right.
That's reinvent. So what? You didn't become a baseball player or a basketball player or whatever like that. You might be great at coaching.
Right.
And didn't even know it.
Right.
So you reinvent yourself.
You reinvent yourself. And remember this evening, Pastor Dwayne Harvey said, you have to try. And there's some things that I'm not trying to be funny. I think there's times when there's a level of expectation that people have from us. So that also encourages us, or is an influential factor for us to just stay where we are, versus stepping out on faith, and trying to do creative content versus staying in rapping and producing, and you're taking it to the next level and not trying to be funny. If you didn't take it to the next level, there would be none of this.
Facts. No, I gotta clap it up for that. I gotta clap it up for that. I mean, because I look at a lot of people, man, that I knew and that I grew up with, how they're not doing the same thing that they started out doing, but they're still doing something great. And that's totally different from what they initially started doing. They reinvented themselves. You know what I'm saying? And like a lot of times, evolution is good. And a lot of people don't realize that. Evolution is good. As long as you evolve into something positive, it's good. You know, so what? Yeah, I always wanted to do this. I always wanted to be that. And if you don't become it,
right,
it doesn't mean you failed.
Right.
It just means there's something else for you. You know, there's something else for you. You know, and it's funny. I'm glad I'm going to be talking to KIMA tonight of Total and everything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Again, like I said, you know, we go way back. Why I like talking to KIMA is because she keeps it 300. Not 200, not one. She keeps it 300. Oof. You know what I'm saying? So you have a real, you know, she gonna say what it is.
Right.
You know? And again, you know, I've watched her reinvent herself.
Wow.
You know, and I want somebody to call in tonight with a story of how you reinvented yourself. If somebody wants to call in 646-233-1302. I forgot you don't know the number yet. I was expecting you to say the other three numbers like we doing the other show with the other hosts. I was expecting you to be like, 646-233-1302. So
I get a pass.
You get a pass.
This time.
You get a pass. Learn that number.
Learn the number.
Yes, but if somebody got a story about, you know, before we get into our interview with our guest, if somebody got a story about reinventing themselves, please call in. I would love to hear, or how you evolved into something different. Shout out to James Rice on the check-in. James, what's good? Pastor Bernard Johnson, what's going on, fam? Janice Maxine Brooks, what's good? David Green, what's going on? Peace and blessings, bro. But yeah, I know y'all got a story of reinventing yourself. You know what I'm saying? I know some of y'all, when y'all was younger, y'all wanted to do something different than what you're doing now. But you reinvented yourself. Or you may have gotten older and got into something and it didn't quite work out.
Right.
And then you went to plan B. And plan B didn't work out and you went to plan C.
Yes, sir.
So you basically reinvented yourself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And it's not a scary thing. When you think about, sometimes you have to be honest with where you are. And when you really face the truth of where you are, reinventing yourself, I'm not going to lie, even if it's comes to the point of reinventing yourself from relationships, because you have been familiar, you're stuck, you're here, but in the same breath, once it's over, you don't want anything to look like what you've already come out of.
Facts.
So you reinvent yourself by saying, this is what I will and what I won't tolerate. This is what I might even look for differently in the next person.
Right.
You know, and so I think part of reinventing, even in that sense, because we don't, you know, people don't want to talk about reinventing from relationships too much because they'll, what's the word I'm looking for? Without blaming another person. Sometimes it's not even the person's fault. Sometimes we just tolerate stuff we have no business tolerating.
Man, talk about it.
It's the truth. Norm.
Talk about it. You heard what she said. Sometimes we just tolerate stuff that we have no business tolerating.
And you can't blame somebody for being who they are.
Facts.
But we can take ownership and accountability for what we choose to accept and allow.
Yeah.
That's part of reinventing. I'm not going to take this no more.
Right.
I'm out.
Right. I know you got a story to tell. I know.
Norm.
I know.
I got too many stories. Here it go.
Shout out to Sheila Trapp. Sheila, what's good? Author Sheila Trapp. Pardon me. Author Dr. Sheila Trapp.
Oh, come on with the author and the doctor.
Listen,
yes.
man, I can't disrespect. I can't just call her Sheila Trapp. She's author Dr. Sheila
Come on here.
Shout out to her. She's on the check-in. But I know you got a story about reinvention. I know a lot of y'all got a story about reinvention. Share it because it might can help somebody else. You know what I'm saying? I want to hear tonight. You know, put it in the chat, whatever. We'll read your comments, whatever the case may be. But just tell us a situation where you kind of reinvented yourself. You started out one way, you thought you was going to do this, and then that evolved into something else. It turned into something else.
I could talk about Unbothered because I was doing T-shirts, and I was in something where I got upset, and instead of lashing out, I'm not one to lash out in relationships. So instead of lashing out, I went downstairs into the basement and said, you know what, I'm going to be unbothered. And I created a T-shirt that just said #unbothered.
Right.
And one of my cousins was like, cuz, I need a T-shirt that says unbothered. But you need to turn that into a movement. Ma'am, no, I will not. Why? Because I don't have the time.
So Unbothered came from a T-shirt?
Unbothered came from a T-shirt, and we now have 448 women in this Unbothered movement that I said I was not doing. But I wanted to create a platform for women to be able to, regardless what you're facing, regardless what you're dealing with, you live life unbothered. And you face yourself. You don't necessarily have to face the foolishness,
right? But
you face the fact that you can have faith to go forward,
right?
And that's it. And that was part of me reinventing me, was say, you know what? This is not just for the other women. This spot here is for me too.
Facts. And again, that's why I can't wait to talk to KIMA, because again, just like myself, I know KIMA reinvented herself. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm always proud of her movement. So when she comes on, wait a minute, that's her right there. Hold on, let me get her
here. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I didn't talk you up. What's good, Kuma?
No, what's good? How y'all doing?
What's going on? Let me officially welcome you to the Storm Warning Show. Without further ado, y'all know who she is, man. KIMA of that 90s R&B group Total. You know, she's doing big things. She's an entrepreneur, artist, etc., and everything. But
I keep it moving. Yes. I keep it moving.
Yes, no doubt. Well, first and foremost, how you doing? I know you've been doing good, but tell the world how you doing.
I'm doing good. I'm blessed. You know, I can't complain. Just made this major move to Georgia. So I'm getting acclimated to the area. In temporary housing until my house finished getting built, and you know, I'm just looking forward to good things, just continuing to build, you know, who I am as a person, and just looking forward to living and loving more life.
No, and I see it, man, and it's funny. We'll get into a little bit of it real quick, but I was telling the story. You know, everybody always asks the total story. You know, how'd you hook up with them and this and this and that. And I told him it's real simple. You know, like I remember when actually Tony Prayer bought me a demo tape from you and Keisha.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I introduced y'all to Pam, and then the rest is history. The rest is history. Yeah. Y'all always been fam. You know, you know, and even y'all went on to do y'all thing, I went on to do my thing, but we never disconnected. And every time we did connect, it was always love. You know?
Right.
Like always,
as
always
it
love.
should be. As it should be.
Facts.
As it should be. We all take a journey, and we all are part of the building blocks. You know what I'm saying? So, and you definitely was a part of our foundation, Norman. We never forgot, and we love and we always appreciate you. And you know, whenever you call, it's always a yes. So.
Oh, no doubt. And listen, same here. Now, I'm gonna go into this real quick before I start talking about what you're doing now. The whole Encore thing, right?
Okay.
And when I seen you on Encore, how was you approached with that? From the producer or?
Yeah, by the producer. Initially, they sent me an email, and I was like, no, I'm not doing it. I was not going to go on the show as support of the situation, because I was not in support of, you know, the situation on how it went down. Just keeping it real. Not that I'm opposed to Pam being a solo artist or whatever, but it was just like, for me, you're already a part of the group. You said you didn't want to be part of this group because you want to be a solo artist, but you're going to go on TV to be a part of a group. So it just didn't really sit well with me. So initially I said no. And then Carlos King had somebody reach out to me, and then I talked to Carlos, and I just had to explain to him that, like, you know, it's just how it was worded, in support of, like, I'm going to always support Pam, Keisha, Total, the brand, anybody that has supported me. But at the same time, you know, her and I kind of left some things was just the way she just went about it was crazy. And that was never really addressed. And I didn't want to go on national TV, like, You know, because I am like, I'm not hating. Like, I'm proud of Pam. I root for Pam. When we met Pam, she was a solo artist, so I get it. But it's just like how she just went about stuff, and it was just like I needed to find that place in me where I could address my sister, somebody I love, keep it real, but you know, not be confrontational, because I know how I could be at the same time.
Right.
Especially when I'm hurt. You know what I'm saying? And she understands me, but I didn't want to, like, you know, so I had to find that medium. So after I talked, I was just like, all right. So I decided to do it. I had to find a place, a common ground where I knew Pam and I could meet eye to eye. And I was just like, the day before the show, I was just like, why am I here? Why am I doing this? I feel like I'm always the one, like, always showing up, always showing the support. And I had a dream about Pam's mother, and you know what people don't understand at all. You know, Total, we were a journey before Total, so there's gonna always be genuine love there. You know what I'm saying? Regardless, outside of Total, I know it's especially as far as I'm concerned. You know what I'm saying? So I was just like, Pam, mom she want me to go. She want me to lay eyes on her daughter. She want me to make sure Pam is good, and I took it from that point. You know what I'm saying? I went and made sure she was good. I was proud. They had some great records. Pam still got me blocked, but it's all good.
Wow.
And you know, and you know, it's all love. It's all love. It is what it is.
But see, you know what? And this is real talk, because I could keep it 100 with you. You always been a different person like that. And I remember when you and Vita's mom passed, I remember that. You know what I'm saying? And just, you know, I know what that did to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because around the same time your mom passed, my father passed. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like, for you to say that you did that, like you had a dream, you know, and Pam's mom said that, whatever like that. I know that how that touched your heart. I know how that moved you.
It definitely did, because I sure enough was in my feelings and was just like, you know, I'm not going to go. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to do it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to learn how to not operate in that space, because, you know, there was also other opportunities in the situation as well. You know, I got the opportunity to come on national TV. There's other things that I'm aspiring to do. So, you know, I had to look at it from a lot of different point of views, perspectives.
So now I'm going to segue into this. I want you to kind of answer a question for a lot of people that don't necessarily have to do with you, but in general. Why is girl groups so hard to keep together? Why is girl groups so hard to keep together, period?
I remember calling Carlos King after watching one of the episodes, and I just feel like it doesn't have a lot to do with, like, egos. I think it has everything to do with insecurities. We get so insecure, you know what I'm saying? Like, about the next one, that we try and just tear each other down instead of build each other up. You know, we don't use our strengths to build each other up. You know, like, if every girl group just used their strength for the betterment of the situation and did their part and played their roles and just stood strong on their own 10 toes where they're strong at, it would be good. But you can't do that, because you start dealing with the insecurities. People start getting a little jealous. People start getting envious, and then come the emotions, and, you know, along with the egos.
Right.
But it starts with insecurity. So I feel like that's what it is.
And I'm glad you, if anybody could answer it, you could. So I'm glad you answered that question perfectly. So I hope y'all heard what she said. It starts with a lot of insecurities, and sometimes you got to kind of give that person you working with, or that's in your group, that type of confidence level to be like, you don't have to be insecure. Right. You know, we working together. Yeah.
Right. And you and I'm glad you said that, because it is like, and I mean, and just to put it out here, I dealt with a lot of insecurities, like not being confident, especially once we got our deal and stuff like that, because I was always a little shy and not confident. I didn't know who Kima from Total was, and I didn't feel like I got a lot of support with finding her. I felt like, you know, it was more like, you know, either you play ball or you sit down. And it wasn't that I wasn't playing ball. It was just like, you know, I was strong in some areas where they were weak, and they were weak in some areas where I was strong. And I felt like I gave more than I got. So
now I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna say this on radio, on my platform, that I've never said before when it comes to you, as far as total. I remember the show y'all did at NJ Pack, and Carlos invited me backstage and started playing some joints for me.
Oh yeah,
solo joints of yours. When I left, I'm gonna keep it 300 with you. I teared up. I teared up.
Oh wow.
No, real
Thank
talk.
you.
Real talk. No, I teared up because I saw your growth. You know what I'm saying? I saw your growth to where you was standing, like you were able to stand on your own.
Yeah.
And like a proud big brother, you know what I'm saying? I was like, damn, that's right. That's right. And it was sounding good. You know what I'm saying? And it was good. And I was so proud. Like, listen, man, she gonna be all right. You know, like because I know what happened that night. That was the night y'all ended everything.
Yeah. And my thing is, like, I'm gonna be all right regardless. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I don't play victim. Like, I'm nobody's victim. Like, total don't make or break KIMA. Like, on or off the stage, I'm gonna keep grinding, and I'm gonna make sure I'm good. Sorry about that. That's the one thing my mama raised, a strong little lady here, and you know there's more than one way to skin a cat, and I'm not playing victim to anything. Facts. So I'm going to keep on
that right there is just
cracking my eggs and spinning my wheels and trying my hand and keep on making things happen.
How hard was it, like, to even go, and you know how you said that Pam's mother came to you in a dream? First of all, let me tell you something. It still took a big person to still go out and support anyway, you know. And so how hard is it being KIMA that's in total, knowing you're the one that, like you said earlier, you said you support everything and everybody, and then the KIMA that does not want to? How hard is it to separate the two and still go forward with it?
I mean, for me, like, that showed a lot of growth, because normally, like, I wear my feelings, like, on my shoulders and on my chest. So it was just like, I was proud of myself, because I was like, I'm not going to get emotional. I'm going to tell her how I feel in a respectful way, and I'm going to just move on. And I felt like after a while I started feeling convicted. Like, so it was just like, you know, and they say, like, and I just felt like I loved Pam. I loved Pam enough that I found it in my heart to go there and be supportive of her, and I was glad I did.
And you know,
I mean, just because I wasn't going to do it, and it showed a lot of growth for me.
And you know what God is going to do for you because of that? Because I'm a firm believer, Norm, you know how I feel about stuff like this.
Right.
Because for you to sit up there and do it, and in spite of it, and you said it shows the growth, doors will open up for you just because you did something that you typically would not do.
Because because I was, and then I pay attention to things, and the first time I said no, I got a lot of ridicule and stuff like that, because my team is always about business. They tell me to stay out my feelings, so they was just like, well, you should at least, and I was just like, no, you know, that's KIMA and her feelings, you know. But at the end of the day, I had to find a way to deal with it from both perspectives, because I am trying to conduct business here as well. So
now, okay, so where are you at right now, KIMA, as an artist, as a businesswoman, and as a momager? Because I see it.
Oh, Lord,
you a momager too.
Yeah, I'm a momager by default. Where am I at? I'm in Georgia. as you know, Norman, we've been sharing a lot of music with you, as far as like with my kids and myself, and we're here because we just, we feel like now is the right time to expand on that. We've been filming a totally KIMA and fam show, so we're gonna start filming some more stuff. We're gonna start shooting that. We're gonna finish up some songs on the kids. I'm gonna get back in the studio and do some records. I told my kids, y'all got me back out here dancing for y'all. Do some shows, involve them, as much as they allow me to be involved, to help create a solid platform for them so they can have successful careers.
Right.
If this is what they want to do. I'm putting my heels back on.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Now, all right, you know me again, Big Brother going to keep it real. So the record that you had, Love Me Back, and Distraction, I don't think you promoted and marketed that record enough, so it can have a lot more buzz nationally. I think both of those were great records.
No, and I agree with you, but trial and error, like I'm used to dealing with a machine. Like I learned a lot putting out my own music, and it's not easy being an independent artist, and being an independent artist made me realize how much money, that machine actually puts behind you, so this time around, like, we're taking our time. We're going to try and link up with the right people, because I made a lot of mistakes, linked up with wrong people, wasting time. Like, we can do this, we can do that, not coming through and stuff like that. So this time around, looking to have a more solid team that can help us navigate in those areas. With the marketing, the promotion, and stuff like that. Because as an artist, I'm not that fluent in that area. I can do a record. I can get on stage and perform. I can even come up with some content for my social media. But when it comes to like that day-to-day, like algorithms and
facts.
All the other stuff, no.
So
I totally agree. And me putting those records out for real was like just a personal testimony to me, like, because I never really like KIMA. I love the group, you know what I'm saying? Like, to me, because I first and foremost, it makes more business sense.
Right.
Why do I want to start over at this point? When we got this, but because that doesn't want to do this, don't mean I need to stop doing that. No. And that's another lesson I've learned, because I've always let that one thing kind of stop me from doing this.
Right. And my thing is too, and just coming from a person that's always been in business and everything, I can say this because I feel as though I have a right to say it, but I was mad at Pam too. You know what I'm saying? Because
everybody was mad at Pam.
Because to me, Total, there's such a legacy. It's not just because I put y'all together. I'm saying this.
Right. No. Yeah.
Total was just, to me, it has such a legacy behind it. You know what I'm saying? And like, to me, when you say 90s girl groups,
that's it.
Y'all in that top list.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah. I mean, you can't run like. It's just mind-boggling to me. You can't run away from that. And how you gonna not pay homage to it? Like, how you gonna like shun it? Like, it's nothing. Like, I just don't understand that. And I'm never gonna operate in that space, because if it was not for that, there would be no this. You know what I'm saying? So you could never. And it was always presented to Pam as like, again, that's why the support thing was just like, it was always presented to her like, Total is a brand, you know what I'm saying? We've always branded ourselves as KIMA, Keisha, and Pam. Yeah, we all for you. Like, I went on stage with her when she was doing her own stuff, so it was never about you being a solo artist, but you didn't have to kick the brand to the side like it was nothing.
Right.
To do so. You know what I'm saying? That Total could have been an umbrella that catapulted Pam's solo career, Keisha's, and KIMA. So I don't know.
And the thing about it, the thing about it, and then I want to play some records, but the thing about, I got to be honest too. Pam could have still did her solo career, right?
Definitely.
And rocked that out, and still always, represented Total and came back and did Total. Now I get it when religion kicks in and when your faith kicks in and all of that. I get it, but to me, and I'm gonna say this, a lot of people gonna be mad at me, but Norm, keep it 100. If you really that much about your faith, then you ain't doing no music. Period.
I mean, you can't be.
Period.
Having and yeah, I mean, religion is like I believe in God, but I don't believe religion is mind-boggling to me because people twist that to their own perspective. Like, Total's not getting out here. We not singing anything vulgar, or our songs are very like universal. Everybody can relate to them. And they said Jesus went amongst the prostitutes and the thieves. So at the end of the day, like, it's just mind-boggling. Like, I don't understand it, but like I said, I wish Pam all the best. I love Pam, and and it is what it is. I mean,
I love her too. And we had conversations. We had real deep conversations. You know what I'm saying? I love her too.
I know neither one of us saying nothing right now. We won't tell it to her face. So it is what it is.
Now, back to you, and then I want to talk about your offspring after. Because the records is, listen, I played the records before I even told Tiff what the record was. She was like, yo, who's that? That's dope. Blah, blah, blah. I said, that's Kima's daughter.
I was eating food. If I stop from eating chicken and say, oh,
and then it's good.
It was good. And I said, oh, who is this?
Oh, let me, I gotta show pitch. I gotta show people when I say, so this is Kima and her daughter.
Yep.
Kima
and
Marie.
Kima Marie.
Right, Kima Marie. Now,
beautiful girl.
That's her real name? Like, that's
her real name is, she's named Jakima Marie Margaret Dyson. She's named after me, my mother, my mom's twin.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Now, how much is Kima Marie like Kima that I know?
She has a good blend of me and her dad. She's more of a people person like her dad, and she's more of a firecracker like me. Like, so she has a good balance.
Cause I remember Kima, boy. You listen, Kima, you do not want to get on her bad side. She will tell you how she feel.
I always call that the Napoleon complex. Growing up in Plainfield, I had to fight a lot. I always had to stand up for myself. So it was like, I don't know. I knew no other way. So now I have grown.
Facts. You sure have. All right, now listen. Before I get into playing your daughter's records, I gotta let people hear this joint that didn't hear it already. Kima did this joint called first, Distraction is my wife's favorite. Distraction, my wife put it in our station's rotation, so it plays every day on the station.
Wow. So, that's great. Thanks.
She loves that record. But mine is Love Me Back, and I'm gonna play it for y'all first. I got a lot of questions about that record because I listened to the writing of it and the style of it. Before I even play it, did Faith work with you on that record?
No, actually, Coco Sarai wrote the record.
Okay.
But I did all the vocals and stuff like that myself. I recorded.
Okay.
It in my basement at my house.
Yo, I'm telling you, like, when I listen to it as a producer, that record got some Faith influence. That's why I asked.
But I'm a Faith fan. Like, I get my vocal training, off of Faith. And, true story is, it's just like, I was always told, because I used to get very discouraged, like, and felt like I could not sing. But everybody else used to be like, yo, you have a beautiful voice. Puff just don't know what to do with you. So Faith and Chucky would always have me come in. Like, I would hang out with Faith and we'd be in the studio and they would always have me harmonizing and stuff with them. So I've always been like a Faith fan. Like, I really have, because she was like, she sang. So, and I've always been attracted to singers. So yeah, I love Faith.
All right, so without further ado, let me play this joint, and we're going to come back with my fam, KIMA. It's called Love Me Back.
Love Me Back?
Yes, let's get it.
Hey, mama, I guess I messed up and fell for a picture so perfect I thought it was real, but I couldn't tell, no. Hey, mama, I guess I thought that my moving image would one day learn how to be still, but that wasn't realistic. Should've been good by now, I should've been. We should've been settling down, we should've been. Yep, I thought if I gave my all, that he was gonna love me back. Love me back, love me back, love me back. And I thought it was okay to fall, 'cause he was gonna love me back. Love me back, not love me back. Love me back, me back, boy. Mama, where are my senses? I'm lost, I'm convinced I could love that man out of his ways, but I'm not okay, no. Oh, mama, I'm colorblind, didn't see the signs. Red flags didn't make me run, no. I was just dumb. Oh, I should've been good by now, I should've been. We should've been settling down, we should've been. Oh, I thought if I gave my all, that he was gonna love me back. Love me back, love me back, love me back. And I thought it was okay to fall, 'cause he was gonna love me back. Love me back, not love me back. Love me back, me back, boy. Lord knows you can teach a monkey to fly, and hello don't mean goodbye, and truth don't turn into lies. When it's real, then you know it, babe. Meaning well ain't the same thing, 'cause doing well, baby, I can't keep taking shots in the dark. No, I thought if I gave my all, that he was gonna love me back. Love me back, love me back, love me back. And I thought it was okay to fall, 'cause he was gonna love me back. Love me back, not love me back. Love me back, me back, boy. You don't love me. You don't love me, no. You don't love me. Still in love, no. You don't love me. You were supposed to love me back. Still in love, no. Love me.
KIMA, stop playing. Stop playing.
Listen, you done messed up every female that has
didn't
gone
really
through
know what I was like doing when I put that out. So I'm a
Yo,
do more.
No, that's still a big record. This
I know. I need to do a relaunch, huh?
Yes. No, I'm serious. I'm serious. That's a big record. You know I ain't gonna tell you no BS. That's a big record.
Do you know how many females just got in their feelings and started having flashbacks just now?
Yeah, right?
That because it's so real.
Yeah,
that is so.
Thank
that's
you.
wrong there.
Shout out to Erica Carries. What's good, Tim? She's a great song. Many can relate.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm gonna get on your nerves about that one. Real talk.
All right.
Real talk,
right.
man.
All right.
Jesus. It's a big you don't realize what we was doing off camera. You couldn't see us. We was sitting up here like
Yes.
I started
that's my favorite record. That's
Oh
my favorite
God.
record. I like that record better than Distraction. It has more of a pickup to it.
Sheesh. All right. So anyway, let me calm down off of that. Because I like, you understand, I like real writing. Kima knows real writing and real records. That's a real
R&B,
Right.
like R&B, something that got some emotion and some feeling. People want to feel.
Yeah,
like,
man.
I think people are tired of being desensitized.
Yes. Facts.
That part.
Facts. Sheesh. All right. See, I ain't gonna, if I don't play Distraction, I'll play that at the end of the show because my wife's gonna get me if I don't play Distraction. All right, but let me tell you something, man. Get back in that studio. I know you're doing a lot of things. Speaking of which, little Birdie said you're gonna have your radio show popping.
Oh yeah.
I'm already
when I decided, yep. B100, Deb Atney is relaunching her radio station. I kind of walked into the situation because when I decided I was moving down here, I reached out to Shadi Romeo.
Yeah, Romeo
Black.
Black.
You remember him?
Romeo
And I just felt like, okay, I wanted to reach out to somebody that was from home. And, over the years, we've always kept in contact either through social media and same thing. Whenever he reached out, I would do interviews and stuff like that. So when I came down, he was like, yo, I'm going to show you the real industry. And he took me, right to Deb. We went to go meet. And then he asked me to be a part of his radio show. And I decided to do it. And we did our first show last week. It was more of a break the ice. We had fun. It's called Friday Night Weekend Parties and Sexy Saturdays. So, yeah, I'm excited. I'm not a big talker. I'm more of a, viber. So, I'm really looking forward to tapping into stop saying all the time. Yeah, I'm excited about it. Because I'm definitely a supporter of new music. The station, see there I go again. The station is going, thrives on supporting independent artists. So I'm definitely glad to be a part of that.
So where could everybody check it out at or watch it at? Listen or watch?
On I know it's B100. It's an iHeart. Norm, I have to get that. I have to get that to you.
Yeah, get that to me so I can plug that and push that out there. Because definitely anything you're doing, I'm supporting.
Thank you.
Oh, no doubt. Now, let's talk about Miss Kima Marie.
Kima Marie.
Now, did she start singing on her own, or did you get her into that?
No, I definitely didn't get her into that. She was always like a little personality, a little singer and stuff like that. So she would sing and write songs before she could even write with little X's and O's. And Vita actually, I would say, really got them into singing and rapping, because whenever they would go visit her in Jersey, she had her little studio in the house and she would have them recording little songs. I gotta send you this other record too. I wish I would have thought about it. So I would say that Auntie Vita started them out recording records and rapping. And then, they didn't know. Like, they didn't know their mom was Kima from Total. I remember Mama Kima Marie, that's what we call her, Mama. She came to me one day. I was at my computer working, and she was like, Mom, somebody told me you were famous. And I was like, yeah, I didn't really know what to say. So I just Googled it, and I showed her like some pictures and some articles. And then she was just like, well, what happened? And I was just like, I got married, I had y'all, and, I'm here with my family. She was just like, well, we older now. And I was just like, okay, so, I guess that was her saying, like, what's up? We older now. What you doing? Why are you sitting here behind this computer? Get on the stage behind the mic.
Right.
Shortly after that, Pam and I decided to do some shows together, and we went on the tour and stuff like that. And I think that's when it really resonated to Kima Marie, like, wow, I want to do this. Because I took on the last leg of the Bad Boy reunion tour with us. And she was just like, she came home and she was told her father, I want to record some songs. So we had some people writing for her initially, and she recorded some songs. It was some good songs. But, like with anything, like I tell her, people got to make a living, and sometimes the funness stuff, it's a lot. Yeah. So we had to fall back. And I think the best advice I gave her was like, you got to be self-sufficient. Write your own records.
Facts.
And next, when we got shut down for COVID, she just started writing, and I had a little studio. I got a little studio in the house, and we would have someone come over and record her. And she's good. She's definitely a raw talent. I can't wait to see her grow and glow. I encourage her to be patient with herself, because they microwave kids. They think everything is overnight, so she always want to put a record out. And I'm not so much in haste to just put records out. I'm like, I would like to see you develop who you are, because you just starting at all of this. So I've been doing like artist development stuff with her. Mike from 112 been doing vocal coach with her, trying to get her to work out and stuff like that, because I want you to be a whole artist, because I see that in today's world anybody could put a record out, but as you see, Norman, if you ain't marketing or really putting anything behind it, it's not going to do a whole lot. So that's where it is. And told her we just waiting on that record and positioning ourselves. That was part of the reason of moving down here, because felt it was like a great hub. Right. To them, especially I think it's important too for them to meet their peers, because we're like the old school heads. Like we know the business, we know the do's and the don'ts, and we know the warning signs. Right. So that's what I'm there for. I'm really looking forward to see what she do, and when she meets her peers, when she meets her musical tribe. Right.
Yeah. Funny when you mentioned the whole do's and the don'ts, and that's one of the things that was like crossing my mind when it comes to the do's and the don'ts. And this is your baby, this is your daughter, and she's about to following mommy's footsteps. Does that make you nervous? Like, the industry and how crooked things can be, and you got faith in your daughter. She's gonna rock out and do her thing. But what do you feel like seeing this unfold right before your eyes?
I'm proud, and watching it sometimes is a little like scary, because she's different. She's not me. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's a lot more outgoing than me, and and them do's and them don'ts don't always agree with her, and she's very like adamant about who she is as an artist. So I am proud about that as one artist to another, but then as a mom I'll be like, but I still have to let her be who she is. So
man, listen, knowing you and Los, let somebody try to cross your daughter or come at her sideways. It's on and popping.
Yep. No, my personality is a cross between me and Vita. Like, she's in between. Especially her style and her personality, and like her whole vibe. Like, she's she knows when to speak up for herself, and she's not gonna take no shit. So that's the beautiful thing too.
Facts. Now I got two records here. I got Love Lies, And I got Pressure. Which one you want me to play first?
You could play Pressure first because that was her favorite. I wasn't gonna let her put this record out because this is one of the don'ts. But I have to let her be. You know.
Facts. All right. Well, go ahead, Kima. Introduce the record.
You guys are about to hear Kuma Marie Pressure. Available on all streaming networks.
Let's get it, y'all. Y'all know where you at. BKS1 Radio, the Storm Warning Show. This is Kima Marie, y'all. Kima Marie.
Carlos, how are they listening to the radio show? I thought it was just B100.
Take it slow, roll one more. Wanna be so high, I go to cloud 9. Wanna join? If so, we gonna cop some more. So go ahead and tell them, pull it with some more. Tell them bring that cash, oh that bad. Had me forgetting all my stress, so yeah. If it ain't crash, I don't want that mess. Keep it to yourself, oh yeah. Tell them bring that cash, oh that best. Had me forgetting all my stress, so yeah. If it ain't crash, I don't want that mess. Keep it to yourself, oh yeah. So damn high, I can touch the would you like to try to relax your damn mind? Give it time, you'll be out your damn mind. Losing time, wondering where the hell it goes. What a good plug, I'm trying to cop some more. I hope this dog break, he gon' make me real sick. So call the plug, tell him don't take long, and don't go no skinny. That made me so pissed. Tell him bring that cash, oh that best. Had me forgetting all my stress, so yeah. If it ain't crash, I don't want that mess. Keep it to yourself, oh yeah. Tell him bring that cash, oh that best. Had me forgetting all my stress, so yeah. If it ain't crash, I don't want that mess. Keep it to yourself, oh yeah.
All right. So I see why you said this was one of the don'ts. You know what I'm saying? But how old is she though?
18.
Oh, she's 18?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I feel you. But you know what? It's a sexy record. It is. It's a sexy record.
That guitar?
Huh?
Did you hear that guitar?
Yeah. No, it's a sexy. You gotta let her live though. You gotta let her live.
She's being creative. She's expressing herself. I think, that's some things we, especially in today's time, we got to allow our kids to be able to openly express ourselves, openly express themselves.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, or we won't know what they're doing. Like, they either all in or they all out nowadays. So it's just like, and I want all in with mine. So I'm definitely not my mom.
Yeah.
But my mom always said you gotta parent your kids with the time. So it's just like, I'd rather know than not know.
Facts. I gotta clap that up. True. Yeah. Now this next joint, Love Lies.
Okay.
You more happy with that one, huh?
Okay, Norm. The radio station.
Okay.
B100radio.com. They can go to B100radio.com the website, or on Facebook, and it's be100radio.com.
All right,
and YouTube.
So that starts this Friday, right? Tomorrow, right?
Yep, tomorrow is every Friday and every Saturday, the weekend party.
All right, y'all. Check out the weekend party.
Yep, the weekend party.
No doubt, no doubt. Listen, I'll definitely be listening. I'll be having it turned up. Y'all go check that out. Please go support that. I got this other KIMA Marie record, man. We got to run this joint.
Yes. Love Lies. This was her first release. Again, testing the waters, and she did it's a great record. Like, great record.
Let's get it. Y'all know what it is. Love Lies by KIMA Marie. Keep it locked, y'all. BKS1 Radio. We are live with KIMA of the R&B group Total. This is KIMA Marie.
Glory. AB on the track, yeah.
After day one, you ain't show me your true colors. Got me thinking I was the only one for you. It didn't take me long to realize that there were a few others. I knew this earlier, but I didn't know what to do. You don't see my eyes, what a boy. I'm not gonna cry about a boy. They say don't let someone control your life, and I'm my own poly boy. It's time to admit that I wasn't way over my head now. But I'm never gonna keep my head down, 'cause love lies, but so does everybody else. Tell me what I wanna hear, just to benefit yourself. It's love lies. I just had to see what all this hype was about, but I'm not. I'll stay by myself this weekend. I'll stay by myself this weekend. You call my phone, won't answer with my friend. I'll stay by myself this weekend. All because your love lies. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, I'm gullible. Won't let me no more. You pass by the front door. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, I'm gullible. Mama told me don't you give it. If they trippin', give them distance. Say I deserve better, boy. Say I deserve better, boy. It's time to admit that I was in way over my head now, but I'm never gonna keep my head down. 'Cause love lies, but so does everybody else. Tell me what I wanna hear, just to benefit yourself. It's love lies. I just had to see what all this hype was about, but I'm not impressed. I'll stay by myself this weekend. I'll stay by myself this weekend. You call my phone, won't answer with my friend. I'll stay by myself this weekend. All because your love lies. All because your love lies.
All right, that's the one. That's the one right there.
Yes. We're in here having a debate right now.
Over. Like
she, like her feeling like music get to date it, and it doesn't. Like, that's why and that's when you gotta know you have a good record.
Facts.
Because it doesn't date itself. You love it, and she has great records. And
yeah. Sonically, that's the type of record that's still happening today. You know what I'm saying? Sonically,
right.
that record is rocking.
Yep. And she definitely has grown since then. She's like, that song came out in 2018. I was like, girl, my songs came out in 1990 something. So It don't matter, but I mean, I get it. You know what I'm saying? You learn as you grow.
Right. Facts. Denise Sparrow said, shout out to Denise, she said, pretty voice, nice song. And then Carolyn, shout out to Carolyn Godin, she said, nice song, hot. And then Lucretia said, hot.
Right.
So thank you very much. Go out and support that. That's KIMA with an X, Marie. You can follow her on all social media by KIMA X Marie. You can stream her music by KIMA X Marie, as well as mine's social media is totally KIMA. And you can stream my music under KIMA.
Now, back to you, sis.
Mm-hmm.
Those records you did before, I've been sitting here thinking the whole time we've been doing this show. You need to at least get those licensed in movies. Those records, you should get licensed in movies while you wait.
Oh, I have a whole nother record. I should tell Carlos to shoot it to you real quick if we got time. Flatline.
We got time. It's my show.
Yeah, I forgot. You the boss. No, and I think like when I recorded these records, I don't know, I was just able to tap into a lot of like emotions because I was in a happy place and a sad place. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of these records, even though lyrically they are not about some of the places I tapped in, like I thought a lot about my mother. I thought a lot about, the group Love Me Back. I thought a lot about the industry and the group because I just feel like, damn, y'all don't love me back. So,
right.
And then like Flatline made me think about my mother. But I should have sent you this because I just haven't released this record yet, but it's mixed and mastered. You got it.
All right.
No. And I mean, you can play it like I love this record. It's like tear jerking, like soundtrack.
All right, so we waiting.
Needs to be on one.
We waiting on this record right now. And listen, I already know.
It's a long record too. It's like you might have to cut it after a while, but you can cut it at 3.5 because it kind of just ad-lib out at that point. But it's definitely a soundtrack record.
All right. So while we waiting for this record, real quick, I know you got something in the fashion world popping too, and just tell everybody about that again.
Yes, Dag, I got a lot of things like that. I'm working on. My son is working on his clothing line. I'm planning on launching my Totally Kima Closet website, boutique. Eventually coming out with my own pieces. A lot of the stuff I kind of just set to the side. And now that I feel like I've done some healing, I want to move forward with it.
So is acting in your future? Because I see you
definitely. I did some. I'm
shows.
definitely aspiring to do more acting. I was in Ain't Really Ever After. I had my little speaking role.
With your twin.
Yeah, with my twin. Carlos says, "Stop saying I know I can't help it."
You and Jasmine look like sisters, man. I can't front.
Yeah, we do. Everybody kept saying that. And what is Latoya Luckett? They say her and Vita look a lot like.
Yeah, definitely. But you were good. For even though it wasn't a big role, but
it felt good.
Yeah, you were good, and some people just got it, and some people don't. Like I see people, even though they get a little 10-second role, it's like, okay, you didn't even need to be there, but.
Right.
I could tell you enjoyed yourself doing it. You know what I'm saying? I could tell. And I was like, look, I said, there go Kima. I was like, yeah. And I'm like, she need to do more of that.
Yeah, that was another moment where I challenged myself confidently, like, you know, challenged my confidence. So it was a little nerve wracking, but I got it done. And I plan on doing more. Actually, before we got shut down before COVID, I was offered some stuff, but COVID happened.
Right. That's all right. It's going to happen again.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
All right, now I got that record. Again, introduce that record to the world.
Okay, this record is called Flatline. It was also written by Coco Surratt, produced by Rich Shelton, One Up Entertainment. This record is very near and dear to me. Like, so, and you can hear it. It's a very emotional record. Like, and I love it.
All right, let's get it, y'all. You know where you at. BKS1 Radio, the Storm Warner Show. Let's go.
It's a ballad.
Go on and open me up. Rip it right out of my chest, as if it wasn't enough to love you with my last breath. 'Cause right now it feels like I'm stuck, and I'm so close to death. So go on and open me up. What are you waiting for? 'Cause don't you dare for 1 minute think I wouldn't do the same to you. If I had the chance, I wouldn't even blink. I'll put you out of your misery too. 'Cause I don't need it if it's not beating. You're the reason this heart of mine's flatline. I don't need it if it's not beating. You're the reason this heart of mine's flatline, flatline. Take it and set it on fire. Come on, I know that you want to. 'Cause truthfully I despise what having a heart can do. If it looks like I'm crying, it's 'cause I'm ready to go. So baby, set it on fire. What are you waiting for? So don't you dare for 1 minute think I wouldn't do the same to you. 'Cause if I had the chance, I wouldn't even blink to put you out of your misery too. 'Cause I don't need it if it's not beating. Not when you're the reason this heart of mine's flatline. I don't need it if it's not beating. You're the reason this heart of mine's flatline, flatline. I don't have any use for it.
Yo.
Yo.
My little sis all grown up.
That's one of my favorite songs
Listen.
I've ever recorded.
Oh my God. So,
That's just sitting.
Los, you in Atlanta now, bruh. Hit up Tyler Perry's music supervisor for his movies.
Right.
hit up those music supervisors for these film companies, man.
Right.
And get that license, get that license situation happening.
Hey, you got them started. You can keep it going. Come on, let me see your work, baby.
No doubt. Don't get me started, bruh.
Hey, you the one that got them started. So hey, let me see that continue.
Full circle.
Full circle.
No
right
doubt.
back at you.
No doubt. Listen, yo,
That's a heavy song.
KIMA,
Yeah, it is.
you showing your versatility, your diverseness when it comes to your records. Vocally, you're going to surprise a lot of people.
That part.
Vocally, you're going to surprise a lot of people because you know that's a big difference from Can't You See to now.
Right.
Oh yeah.
You know, that shows your range. This record right here shows your range. And again, this is why we got to start banging these doors down to these program directors, especially urban black program directors are killing the business. And I'm telling you this right now. I'm saying this personally. I spoke to Daddy-O last night from Stetson Sonic. I interviewed him last night, and he said the same thing. Urban black, I got to keep it 100. Black program directors got to step their game up and allow new music to come into the fold instead of the same 8 records every daggone day on terrestrial radio. So we got to change. Yeah, we got to change the game. She got up and
I had to get up and push the button myself on that one.
Yep. And with you saying that's why I'm so glad to now be a part of the B100 movement where we're going to support independent artists, because that was the other thing for me. It's just like, rejection hurts. You know what I'm saying? You got people calling you a legend and you this and you that, and I mean, you won't even play my record, like. So that was another that was some of the stuff behind it as well. It's just like I didn't want to go back down that whole hurtful road, and I just didn't feel like it was very beneficial at that time, especially with everything else that was going on. So now I'm back on the totally KIMA bus, and I'm gonna get back in the studio, and I'm gonna diligently start releasing some of my stuff.
Let me tell you something about rejection, right? So, a quick story to why I even do BKS1 Radio is because I got tired of kissing. At the time, I just started the radio station because I had artists I was producing, and it was hard to get records played on like 98.7 and BLS. It was hard to get records played. So I said, you know what? When technology started changing, I said, no, I'm going to do my own dang thing. And then I took a page from Kathy Hughes's book from Radio One and TV One, from Kathy Hughes's book, where she got rejected 33 times. Banks, she wanted to start her own radio station, right? And she got rejected 33 times. They would not give her the funding for her own radio station. A 34th bank. The 34th bank she went to said, we're going to take a chance. Had she had given up at 33, she wouldn't be who she is today. We wouldn't have Radio One. We wouldn't have TV One. So rejection sometimes is necessary. It's necessary in order to get to that next level. So from this point forward, keep doing you, pushing. You still look youthful. One, you still look youthful. Yeah. You always been talented. You got a great personality. You grew to the point to where you're not going to let anybody just push you around and tell you anything. You know what I'm saying? So now you got to keep moving forward and keep doing what you do, because these records is proof that Jakima Dyson can stand on her own 2 feet. You feel me?
Oh yeah. I feel you. Thank you.
Yeah. So Yeah. I mean, this is great. This even did something for me tonight. This almost makes me want to get back in the studio. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, why not? Go ahead.
And do what I do. But I know what my calling is now. You know what I'm saying? I know what my calling is now.
Yeah.
And I'm content. Like, this is the happiest I've ever been.
Wow.
Business wise. You know what I'm saying? So, my thing is keep pushing forward, because your daughter is going to see how you never gave up.
Right.
And she's going to take that trait from you, and she's never going to give up. She's going to keep pushing. She's going to get rejected in this business.
But something you said earlier, you said we were starting off talking about what?
Reinventing yourself.
That rejection.
That's the topic for today.
Right.
Yeah.
Reinventing yourself.
And that rejection led to the reinvention. And not trying to be funny. I promise no shade to nobody. There's my disclaimer, right? But at the end of the day, that rejection that led to that reinvention for you also doesn't just prove something to you. It proves things to a lot of the naysayers. Because a lot of times when you're dealing with groups, people think, oh, they can't make it without this one, that one, and this one, and that one. And you just straight sunned on everybody.
Jeez.
Because at the end of the day, when you listen to that, I wish that mainstream radio would get sick and tired of the same, playing the same stuff. Because here you are, let's just keep it G. At the end of the day, she's a legend and really don't have to prove nothing else to nobody. If she decided not to do another song, guess what? You really don't have to.
Right.
But
right. That part. Like, that part. And but the thing that does keep me going is like what you said, like what you guys said, when I seen that my kids were talented, because even my son raps. Like, I mean, he's like super talented as well. And when I seen them kind of like digging in, I was just like, I can't, and I'm not a quitter, but I've never had to do music. You know what I'm saying? I've never put myself in that position where I had to do this. Like, it was always something I wanted to do. It was it was a passion. So when it stopped making sense to me, it just stopped making sense, and I was able to move on and live a happy, regular, whatever you want to say, life. You know what I'm saying? And now that I'm back and the fire was lit again, it's like I just, I can't let it go, because it just keeps like.
Man, listen.
You keep fanning that flame. Keep fanning that flame of that fire.
Ride it till the wheels fall off.
Yeah.
Why only in black, young, urban R&B music, we think that at a certain age it has to stop. You look at rock and roll, all these white artists, they ride it until they 91 and can't.
I mean, and even like the rappers, they be up there, they be just as 50, and they just, like nobody's calling them old. And that's the other thing, women.
There's a stigma.
It's women's fault. We age each other.
Ooh.
Wow.
Like, I mean, the first thing, like I said, I wouldn't have lasted 2.2 seconds on Encore being called geriatric. Like that was, like, so, and I use that as an example. That's what we do. Not only, we start calling each other old, we body shame each other. We, like, and it needs to, the support needs to start there.
Yeah, I agree. That's support.
Listen.
I wish somebody would look at me and call me Jerry.
No, but the thing is, I mean, listen to what we just heard. You know what I'm saying? Who cares? There's no age limit on what we just heard.
It's not.
You feel me? So, my thing is, you definitely gotta and I'll be honest, the only thing KIMA needs, really, honestly, is for a company to give her marketing and promotion dollars. That's it.
That's all I need.
And that's it.
That's all I need. We got the records, like, and we can get the records. Like, I mean, we got a slew of records. I mean, records. That's not. I don't need any support getting in the studio getting records. It's just that marketing and that promotion. I'll style myself. I'll create my own videos. I could do everything else. It's that marketing and that promotion thing, because it's such a specialty. Like, it's you gotta have that mastermind kind of behind it.
Exactly. You figure, right? So if you got your stuff on Spotify, wherever the case may be, what's going to push those streams is that KIMA billboard being up. Right. That commercial, TV commercial, brand new KIMA record, blah, 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 blah. That's what's going to push those streams.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's basically what you need. That's it.
And we're going to get there because I'm going to start putting myself out there more. Part of it is me still under my rock, but yeah, definitely to look to get some support in the marketing and promotion area. Definitely.
Facts. And listen, when you start doing your own shows and everything, you need that show DJ. You call me because I'm ripping. Yes, I'm ripping them right now.
You gonna bust the turntables out for that one, and I'm gonna go old school. I want real turntables. I don't want that automated. I want the real scratching.
No doubt. Listen, sis, it's always a pleasure talking to you, man. And
all right, same here.
And listen, anytime y'all got a record or something y'all want to send my way, please send it my way. If you come to Jersey, look me up. We'll take you and Los out to dinner. You know what I'm saying?
All right. And same here. You come to Georgia, you come to the A. We here, so you do the same.
No doubt. I heard he a beast with them crab cakes. Even though I can't have seafood, I can't have seafood.
Yeah, well, when you come visit us, and that was another thing. We got our crab cake. We're trying to get that going here. Trying to find a spot to open up the Dyson crab cake business. So got a lot of stuff going on.
No doubt.
A lot of stuff.
No doubt.
That's awesome.
Again, I wish you much success, you and Kima Marie and Los with the Crab Cake Company, all of that. I'll be seeing you soon. You know the support is always here, always.
Yeah, always. Thank you.
No doubt. Appreciate you.
All right.
Love
Absolutely.
you. And
all
listen,
right, love you too.
No doubt. Real quick, just give some encouraging words to people that want to do what you're doing.
Encouraging words. Just first of all, just have faith. Have faith. Don't give up. Use your discernment. Know the business. Know who you are as an artist. I could go on and on and on and on and on and on. And pray. It doesn't happen overnight. Don't give up. Be patient. Don't sell yourself short.
No doubt. Love you, everybody. Kima
right.
of the R&B group Total. We love you, sis. Peace and blessings.
All right, have a good night.
All right.
Man, that was
deep, right?
That was super deep. To hear all that but you know what I loved? The candidness and the transparency about what she has gone through in the beginning, what she tried to accomplish in regard to killing the confrontation. But I really believe that the reason why she's where she is because she stood up for what was right in regard to the whole group thing.
Yeah.
You know, and sometimes no shade. Sometimes you got to walk away to win. And it doesn't mean that it's a bad thing.
Yeah, how that Fantasia song go again?
Sometimes
you got to lose.
You got to lose to win again.
Yeah, sometimes you got to lose to win again. And but again, man, I'm proud of her growth.
Yeah.
For a lot of reasons, you know what I'm saying? Because I seen it from the nucleus.
Yeah.
From the
Norm,
beginning.
you started it.
Yeah. I mean,
let's just call a spade a spade. You started it, so you know more of the history than a lot of the so-called history that's even being told.
Yeah. I mean,
you look at you. You just so humble. You just like yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
just
listen,
humble.
I know,
and that's why God blesses you.
I know their personalities, and I love all three of them. You know what I'm saying? Like I love all three of them.
Right.
And I'm never going to sugarcoat anything to Pam, Kima, or Keisha. Because I wish all of them well. I want to see all of them win.
Right.
But the thing is, the beauty of it now is everybody grew up.
Yeah.
We all grew up. We all grew up. We all evolved. You know, when I first started them, I called them total opposites. That's the name I gave them for a reason. Puffy took off the opposites. You know, I called them total opposites. That was the name I gave them. And it was 4 of them in the group. You know, it's a whole story behind it, man. Listen, if I ever write a book or Unsung gets done or whatever like that, you know what I'm saying? Listen, gotta include the brother.
That's what needs to happen. They need to do an Unsung on Total.
It may happen.
And then if it does, and I mean, look at what she's doing. This is big.
Yeah, I mean, listen, Kima and Pam is doing great things. Keisha, she's enjoying life. You know, she quite sure she got some things in the pipe or whatever like that. She got some things that she's cooking up or whatever, and you know, she's a family woman now. You know, she's the mom and doing the, you know, the wife and taking care of her husband thing, whatever. But she got some business, I'm quite sure, cooking up too. I just wish everybody well, man. But
you know what I respect.
I love talking to Kima though, because we just keep it 100.
You know what I respect too, Norm, and I'm just gonna say, I'm not trying to be funny, and I know this might sound a little off, but I love the fact that, you know how she mentioned that the hardest part was the rejection, right? But again, with you talking about reinvention, sometimes in order to be, and this just hit me, and I think I might have said it a long time ago, but it came back. Sometimes in order to go ahead and be reinvented, you have to learn and be okay. Y'all, we got to be okay with rejecting the rejection. You don't reject the rejection, how are you going to reach for your reward? You can't, because you get so caught up in who rejected you that you're scared to move and you're scared to go forth. It's like, well, it's not going to happen. It's not gonna. That story about Kathy Hughes, that's a blessing. 33 times of being rejected, and then on the 34th, you know what she did? Every single time rejection hit, she rejected that rejection and kept going and reaching for her reward.
That's the reason I started. She's the reason I started BKS1 Radio, because I said I'm just going to do my own damn thing where nobody can tell me what to do, what I can't play, what I can't do this, whatever like that. And I watched it grow, you know. So we watched it grow. It's still growing, you know, because it grew in other areas.
Right.
You know, we producing concerts for the city and promoting events and you know, it just grew in so many other different areas, man. And sometimes you gotta step off that and jump off that leap of faith. You know what I'm saying? Jump out the window.
Right.
But shout out to everybody on the check-in, man. Shout out to Dr. Cheryl Hardy. Denise said, rejection builds character. Teresa Ray said, hey, Norm and Tiff, good evening, family.
Hey, Teresa.
Shout out to Jason said, let's call it King of King. Salute, fam. Shout out to Lucretia. She said, awesome show. Thank you.
Oh, thanks, Cree.
Shout out to everybody on the check-in. Denise said, great interview. T. Jackson said, is she solo or with her group? What's her story? T, earlier, we were talking about her music and, you know, what led to her initially, the initial breakup, whatever. But, yeah, she is solo. She's doing her own music right now, and she got some good music, too. Shout out to Cass said, I didn't expect you to be on here tonight. I thought that you would been flooded out. Thank God you weren't. No, we were actually flooded, but we've been cleaning up. Every day is a cleanup job.
I don't even want to hear the word flood anymore.
Yeah, exactly. Shout out to my niece Tawan. Jason Edwards said, legend is one thing, but she is, and the music by Total is dope. Too many whack gatekeepers. Salute to the team. No doubt. Salute, fam. Shout out to Carolyn. She's a beautiful song. All of that. Shout out to Alex Kennedy. It's a dope show. Storm, tell Kima we got that marketing and promotions on Smash. And no doubt. Salute to Spank. And Spanky was the one that actually brought Pam to my studio. She was a solo artist first. Pam was. So me and Spanky ran a studio together, and Pam lived in Potters, where Spanky was from, and everything. And they grew up together. And he brought her to the studio, and I started working with her, and we started working with her and doing songs with her and everything like that. And then It was Tony Prayer, which is now Tony Hustle, which is with I think RMG Group. I don't want to say it wrong, but he's down with KK Rosemont, which is big. He's big in the business and everything right now. But Tony initially brought the demo tape of Kima and Keisha to me in front of Red Towers in Plainfield, walking, whatever. And I got the demo tape from him. He's like, "Yo, check them out, blah 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 blah," and whatever. And then the rest was history. Rest was history. I was working with a young lady that could sing as well, named Rebecca Brazil, which is Eddie Hazel's daughter. I want to mess it up. Eddie Hazel's daughter from Parliament Funkadelic.
Wow.
So I was actually working with her too. So total was actually 4 girls, and then I actually had another girl in there that was an ex-girlfriend of mine. Her name was Pam. So it was like 4 or 5 girls or whatever. Like 4 or 5 girls, and one dropped off. The girl I was dealing with, she dropped off, so it was 4 of them. It was Kima, Keisha, Pam, and Rebecca Brazil. Rebecca's from Plainfield. And so there's a whole story to this thing. So if anybody ever wanted to do a story or a little movie or whatever like that, man, you got to take it back to the essence. And then I mean the rest was history. I could tell you about the phone call I got from Wendy Cradle, which that's when I knew that Puff was snatching them up. So I mean it's a whole story, but these were all building blocks into who I am today. Right. You know what I'm saying? And this is why I got a lot of love for Kima, Pam, and Keisha, because we were all young. We were younger than we were all growing. We were all learning. Right. You know what I'm saying? People make mistakes. You know what I'm saying? And I don't hold on to anything negative. Right. Especially at my age now, I don't hold on to anything negative. But you live, you learn, and you grow from it. But the person that I am now, I love the me that I am now today. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I'm good with everything. But now I just want to see everybody in my circle win. Yeah. Just everybody win and be comfortable and be happy.
And you know what, Norm? Because you got that spirit to see everybody else win, that's why you will always win.
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy with life, man. Shout out to Antoinette Johnson. Shout out to Kimberly Patila, Morris. Shout out to everybody on the check-in, man. But listen, Tiff, thank you for filling in for Kiss today.
Yes, Kiss, I love you. That was so dope. Thank you for allowing me to sit in for her, and I appreciate it. Big shout out to Kiss.
Did you have fun?
I did. I had a lot of fun. Norm, I ate good. I'm good.
She's like, I feel it anytime I get food.
I don't play with food.
Listen.
What an awesome night, Norm. Thank you.
Listen, we got 8 minutes left in this show. If anybody want to call in real quick, the number is 646-233-1302. Tell us a story about you reinventing yourself and everything. And I didn't mean to keep, I'm looking at the clock. I didn't mean to keep Kima on so long. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to keep it down to 40, but when you got history with somebody, right? There's so much to talk about. There's so much to talk about.
Norman, honestly, and the funny part is, it's almost like you could have kept flowing, because there is so much to talk about.
Yeah, man. But I'm just the music, her music, and where she's at now, man. I'm very proud of her, man. Just wish her much success and everything.
It was beautiful to see her talk about her solo project, because I meant what I said. A lot of times you see groups and you think that one can't survive without the other. And it's not like you're competing with the other by becoming solo. And people try to pin.
But that's why, because, when you read the blogs and you read what people say and everything, and for me, knowing, again, all 3 of these girls, all 3 of these young ladies were talented in their own way. You know what I'm saying? Right. And it's like, Kima had to blossom. Pam always had a rock star mentality. You know, so since I known her, since we first started working with her as a solo artist, she always had that mentality, rock star. And she, in her own defense, she was just kind of meant to be solo.
Right.
Pam,
and that's okay.
Pam wants to do Pam, and there's nothing wrong with that. Right. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? But I learned now at my age now that I love a team.
Yeah.
I could do a lot of things by myself.
Yeah.
You know, to the point to where, well, I don't need nobody else. I'm good. I can just do me. I don't need nobody else, whatever like that. That's a damn lie. I need a team.
I'm with you on that.
I need somebody that got my back.
Right.
If I fall back, somebody that's going to hold me and pick me up.
Right.
I need that now. I know I need
Right.
that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I can't, I need this person for this. I need this person for that. I need you for this. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, anytime you think you can do this life by yourself, you are sadly mistaken.
Life will show you that you can't rock out by yourself.
And I just quoted Yolanda Adams.
Come on here.
From the interview we did. That's what she said to me. She said, anytime you think you could do this life by yourself, you are sadly mistaken. And none of us can. We all need a support system. All of us. We need a support system.
Yeah.
I know I need one.
I think a lot of times, though, Norm, and check me if you think I'm wrong. I think a lot of times the reason why people don't reach out, and those who are watching online, I definitely want to hear their feedback with this. I think a lot of times the reason why people don't reach out for support is because it's like, can I trust you to carry me? Can I trust you to really be that support? Can I trust you to hold my elbows? If I'm slipping, can I trust you to go ahead and help me back up versus you watching me slip and leaving me there to slip into a hole that I can't get out of? So I think a lot of times it has to do with trust and loyalty. I'm big on loyalty. And the thing is, the bad part about me is that I feel like you messed me over once, I'm done with you from that point.
Right.
And I have family members that say you can't be like that, you shouldn't. And I get that, but the reason why it's hard for me is because I'm loyal from day one. And I love hard. I don't start off with 50%.
Right.
And everything I do is 100.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So I think it's more of the trust issue as to who do I really get on my team to be that support where I can delegate, and I know if I say do this, it's not going to be a question as why. If I'm just asking you to do it, just do it because I see more than what you see, because I'm really the visionary of this. And it's not being arrogant. But at the end of the day, if I need you to, and I delegate, can you legit follow through and make it look worthwhile of excellence? Because that's what I stand for. It's a trust factor.
Right. Listen, I got to clap that up. Shout out to Ingrid Judge. Shout out to Lucretia. She said pride, loyalty, and lack of trust is true. Shout out to everybody. Carolyn said awesome show. Carolyn, thank you. Appreciate you. Shout out to Denise. She said, I hear you, Tiffany. Difficult to ask for. Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not easy.
Listen, again, we want to thank everybody for joining us tonight on the Storm Warning Show. My temporary co-host, Miss Tiffany Barker, who has her own show, Making Me Matter, and also a part of the Unbothered movement. Again, I appreciate you, and I thank you.
I appreciate you back, Norm. Thank you.
No doubt. Kima, thank you. I know you had to go. I know, but you, listen. You know, when we start talking, we go on and on and on. But we was talking some real stuff, man.
Yeah.
You was talking some deep stuff. I had things I had to say to you, man, because sometimes people got to hear it again. But she got good material. She's got good music.
Yeah.
The world needs to hear it. These program directors, we need to start forcing these program directors to allow new music to come in and start being more open-minded with things, or not support them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, come on now. Daggone well, there's more than 9 records in the world. 9 songs in the world. That y'all just keep playing in rotation the same 9 songs every daggone day.
For what? And the thing is, the sad part about that is you're not giving quality people a chance to show their work.
Facts.
Their masterpiece, their art, and their quality.
Facts.
Come on.
Facts. DJs, get back to breaking records. Radio DJs, get back to breaking records again. All right, we shouldn't have to. Records are being broke. Songs are being broke now by YouTube, and we got to take it back to where radio is breaking records again, because they're not.
That's good.
All right, listen. We want to thank everybody for joining us again. The Storm Warning Show. I got to go, but I'm gonna leave y'all with this. This show is never about us. It's always about you, because you are the next best kept secret. And we about to roll out. Love y'all, man. Not a damn thing y'all can do about it.
How about that?